Back on the record, all parties are present. Hold off the jury. I'm told the jury has reached a verdict. Before we receive the verdict, particularly in this case, it's imperative that whoever remains here in the courtroom while we receive the verdict remains stoic and does not express himself or herself with joy or sadness or whatever it is, because there's a potential that the case continues, and that would be improperly influencing the case going on. So if you're here, make sure you can contain yourself and do not react whatsoever when the verdict comes in. If you cannot control yourself at this time, please leave, and someone else will tell you what happened. Is everyone clear on that? All right. Let's bring in the jury and we'll receive the verdict. All right, Ms. Bickley, are you the foreperson?
Yes.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes.
If you please hand the verdict form to the bailiff, who will hand it to me for review before it's published. The verdict is in proper form. The defendant shall remain standing while the verdict is published through the clerk.
We, the jury, find Jose Soto-Escalera as to count 1, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. If you find the defendant guilty as charged or guilty of any of the above lesser offenses, you must next determine if any of the following has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Check yes if proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Check no if not proven beyond a reasonable doubt. During the commission of the offense, the defendant did carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use any weapon. Yes. As for count 2, guilty of first-degree murder of an unborn child as charged in the indictment. So say we all. This 19th day of September 2025, foreperson Ariel
Bickley.
Bickley.
Please be seated. I will poll the jury. Mr. Montecon, I believe your name is Montecon, right?
Last name.
My last name, have Monte on the sheet here. Mr. Montecon, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Miss Johnson, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Miss Edwards, your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Robinson, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Sedaris, as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Booth, your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes.
Mr. Your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Ortiz, your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Meeks, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss, is your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Miss like your name pronounced, is this your verdict as well as the verdict of the jury as a whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
And
Yes, Your Honor.
the verdict is accepted by the court at this time. And ladies and gentlemen, the procedure that we're going to follow at this time, given your verdict, is we're going to proceed to the second phase of this trial, which is called the penalty phase. We're going to do that on Wednesday of next week. Monday, the lawyers and I are going to be working on the case in court. Tuesday is a court holiday, so we will reconvene Wednesday, the 24th at 8:45 for that proceeding. This is very important, and I've instructed the alternates the same way. They will be reappearing on that day as well. It's very important to follow that rule that I've instructed you on from the beginning of the trial, which is in relation to this case is still pending. There are still issues for you to be involved with and consider, and you should only do that based upon the formal evidence in this trial and nothing else. So you remain under that rule that I've instructed you on previously, as far as not talking to anyone outside the jury, and obviously don't continue your deliberations on this case at this time. Even during the second phase of the trial, with regard to that proceeding, you are not allowed to talk to each other about what's going on then as the proceeding commences. You would be able to do that once you start to deliberate at that time. Avoid all media coverage of the case. Don't do any research. So the way I refer to that is keep your mental slate clean, so that it does not contain anything other than what we've discussed here on the case. With that, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Monday and Tuesday off. On Wednesday, you'll report downstairs at 8:45 in the morning, and we'll proceed with the penalty phase of this case. Thank you for your continued service in this case, and the bailiffs will assist you at this time. They will take your notes so that you'll have them when you reconvene. And if they're in the jury room, they'll take possession of that too. So no one outside the jury will read your notes, but they will be there for you. At the end of the case, they will be destroyed. Thank you, and we'll see you on Wednesday.